Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having an incredible start to your Friday. My name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home, online. And today I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you the question of who is the best teacher? Who's the best teacher? Who's been the best teacher in your life? Who is the best teacher, out there? And, we all have, many incredible teachers that we've had in our life. We probably are thinking about, being in school, and who some of the most impactful teachers were that you had in school. I know for me, I had a gentleman, that was actually a doctor, that was actually Mr. Norris. He was my graphic design teacher in high school. And, he was somebody that believed in me. And because he believed in me, he taught me so much about what I could go out and do because of his belief that he had in me. I think of my first grade teacher, Mrs. Hainsworth. I remember when my dad adopted me when I was in first grade. I remember her literally taking me in front of the class, putting me on her lap and telling everybody how I had just been adopted by my father. And she got everybody excited about how it was something that was special. And, I was changing my last name. And, I went from, being fearful of what people were going to think about me changing my last name to being proud of it because of the way that she handled that situation. So she was somebody that was an impactful teacher, in my life. My parents, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, my grandma's on here right now listening. These have been incredible teachers, in my life. My business coaches and mentors, Tony Kupas, Greg Provenzano, Patrick and Mike Mazer. These have been incredible teachers, in my life. My wife, Melissa, has gone out and taught me so much. My dog, Layla, like we learned so much from our, animals. My dog, Layla, is actually, I've learned so much from her. So there's so many incredible teachers that we have in our life. But when we think about who's been the best teacher for us, in school, there was a class called PE. And what does PE stand for? PE stood for physical education. We all remember that class, PE. I love that class. Some people love that class, some people hated that class, but in school we all took a class called PE. And in life, we all have a class called PE as well, only it's not just your physical education, it's your personal experience. See, that's the class that all of us had and have in life. We have the class of PE, our personal experience. And here's what I can tell you. Experience is the best teacher. Let me say it again. Experience is the best teacher. And we got to be grateful for our experiences, the good experiences and the bad experience. And see, life isn't about what happens to you. It's about how do you go out and respond to it? How do you respond to different things that are going on in your life? And you learn so much, about those experiences. Jim Rohn says, one way to learn how to do things right is first to go out and do it wrong. One way to go out and learn how to do something right is at first go out and do it wrong. And so you can't be afraid to make a mistake. What you got to be afraid of is making a mistake and not learning from it and repeating the same mistake over and over and over again. They say the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Well, making the same mistake over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result, that is insanity, as well. John Maxwell says, sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. Thomas Edison said, I didn't fail 1,000 times in trying to, invent the light bulb. I just found 1,000 ways not to do it. But you know what? None of us can even cite what one of those 1,000 ways that he did it that didn't work was. All we know about is the fact that he went out and created the light bulb. And because of that, we got the lights on here, today. See, as you sit back and reflect every morning, reflection is so important. You got to ask yourself every morning, what did I learn from the day that just passed? Ask yourself that, each night, what did I learn from today? Because again, experience is the best teacher. For me, I love, doing trainings on my own personal experiences, things that have happened to me in life. And when negative situations happen, as I'm going through different things, I'm always like, this is going to be a great teaching experience sometime. There's going to be something great that, somebody else can learn from what I'm going through right now. But most importantly, I got to always think about what can I learn from what I'm going through right now. So guys, there's so many impactful, teachers to all of our lives. There's so many people that have touched us along the way. There's so many people that continue to touch us and make a difference, in our life. But I believe the best teacher in your life is your PE. It's your own personal experience. And experience is the best teacher. So drop a comment that says experience. Drop a comment that says experience. If you got something out of today's video, hit the share button so somebody else can get something out of today's video as well. My name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home, online. And speaking of experiences, this will actually be my last time coming to you at 7 a.m. in the morning from this particular place that you see me at right now. See, my home office here in Connecticut. This will be my last Friday at my home office here in Connecticut because Melissa and I are moving in the next 48 hours. So, we've been reflecting a lot about our experiences over the last 2.5 years in Connecticut and just had some incredible experiences, met some absolutely incredible people. But when you see me next Monday morning, you are not going to see my home office. Matter of fact, I'm going to be staying somewhere in Rhode Island over the next few weeks prior to our move to Texas. And that'll be a whole nother story about experience for another live video. But for the last time, from my home office here in East Haven, Connecticut, signing out. My name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home, online. God bless everybody. Have an incredible rest of your day. And I'll see you at some point tomorrow in the middle of our move. Talk to you later, everybody.